And almost good morning. Welcome. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and for the record, I did not order this by any means to be this either this late or this morning. We are sitting at 11:42. We are just away from midnight. Now we're getting reports to our west of a lot of hail coming in from the Jackson, Mississippi area. We've already had quarter-size hail, 1-inch size hail reported this morning. Here's the bad part. Newton County, Mississippi, what we're looking at right now, we're getting golf ball size hail reported in Newton County as we speak, as it comes across the county there. Let's pull up radar as I read these different things where you can at least see what is starting here. What we've got hail, and it is coming toward the Meridian area. And this looks as though this is going to cut toward Marion. Let's see, we also had, where was this at? Hinds County, we had hail there. Going back up, we had reports of hail near Fortification Street, downtown Jackson, Mississippi. Hinds County, trees down along Jimmy Williams Road. So what we're seeing here as I go back and look at all of this, this is a destructive sail that is coming this way that has fired off these severe thunderstorm warnings. We've got this from Carthage to Smith County, NESHOBA County. We've got it here also in Newton County and Kemper, and also in Lauderdale counties. Now, the worst of what we see on radar is going to be Newton County right here, and let's kind of dig in this. It was hard hail in Decatur a little bit ago, Pam says. Hopefully no major damage is what we hope there. Already raining in Hickory is what we're getting there, and it is. As we look up, I was looking at the different comments that we've got. Lots of hail just came through the Decatur Station area on Highway 15. It was rough. Seems to be calming down now. All right, let's see. Somebody said, thank goodness, thank God I'm here. We are watching from Aldersgate. Pat, how are you tonight? So glad to see so many of you doing this. All right, we got issues coming into Lauderdale County. Let's go ahead and look at Newton County of where the worst of what we've got going on. All right, Highway 15, which is going to be due north of Decatur, just above the East Central Community College campus there is where we've got all of this heavy rain. Let's zoom in a little bit closer there so I can get my eyes focused. I'm working on it. I'm not going to lie, I was taking a nap, and this just really woke me up. I'm afraid it did you as well tonight. As we follow this is where the road splits here at Decatur. As you'll see this is, as we get a little closer on all this is going to be Little Rock Decatur Road here where it splits and goes up. In between the two, a lot of country roads in between here and there. Let's just go up here, for example, and take a look here. There's Little Rock Midway Church as we cut across. Mount Zion Road. This is some of the worst that we've got here in Newton County. Lots of lightning strikes. Again, this is to the northeast of Decatur is where this is. As we follow this, let's just go right on across here. Here's Little Rock. This is 494. As this gets near the Lauderdale County line, look at the hail that we've got. This is going to be downtown Meridian in half an hour. This will reach Meridian and Marion within the next 25 minutes there. Now, we do have hailstorms that are already in Lauderdale County. This is the front edge of this storm. Center Hill, you're going to have this in 12 minutes. We're going to have this in Shucktown within 10, 16 minutes in Obadiah. Hell is approaching. Let's hope it's not heavy or bad. Let's just hope it kind of goes on. 19 minutes, we're going to have another one that's going to cut right across here at the Rock House, Owls, back porch area. As you'll look at this, this is headed directly toward the Meridian northern portion area of Lauderdale County with this hail. Now, it's a lot of thunder, it's a lot of lightning in the background. Let's ease up and look at Kemper County. As we look at Kemper, lots of rain there in downtown Scuba. The severe thunderstorm warning will cut shy of making it Scuba. This is going to be just about going up the hill to where the wood yard was, right outside of Portable there. Not quite there, but going up that hill past where the oak trees used to be. A lot of used to be's because, well, they went in and cut it all. Right there in that flat zone before you reach where the bridge is there on Highway 45, Cowboy Church to the west there. All of these areas, lots of rain back over here on 493, 495. 495 at Damascus, lightning, a lot of rain here coming into the area around where the coal plant is. Again, our worst rain still lying here in Newton County. We got more behind this making its way as we look here to Scott County coming across. We got a lot of rain here in LEAKE County under this severe thunderstorm warning as well. And this goes all the way back to Jackson, what we've been seeing over there. Now, if you'll pay close attention to this, if you live in Marion, it is a direct bead from 494 toward Marion out to Russell. This is going to cut through downtown Marion where Lamar School is. Tate's Fireworks is headed right in that direction this morning if you live in that area, so be ready. It is coming that way. Now, question about the Clarkdale area. Nothing going on in Clarkdale. No warnings for Clarkdale right now. It all lies north of there. A little shower there occurring down at Clarkdale, Superette, that area, but nothing to worry about at this point. Morgan, thundering and lightning, and Lauderdale, no rain yet. All right, let's see. Carthage. Let's go back over here to Carthage. We had a question about Carthage. Carthage, you've got a lot of rain, and you are under this severe thunderstorm warning. You've got another leading storm edge that will be making its way that way here in the next little bit. It will go just below Carthage, the eye of it. Now, Carthage is going to be in that, and it should reach, let's just look at this. It's going to get there probably, we would put this in 40 minutes right here at Carthage as this comes out of the Canton area. Again, that line is right there. Now, as we move back into Neshoba County, almost a line as you were to follow Highway 16 through downtown, West Beacon. That's the line of what we've gotten. All the rain at this point is south of there. As you get toward the Neshoba County Fairgrounds, it gets heavier as you get on across. We got a lot of rain going on in House, Mississippi, and the further that you get closer to Union, the heavier the intensity is there on Highway 15. If you don't have to travel for any reason this morning, Lord, and I hope you're not. I hope most of you are sitting at home and watching this morning. Starting to get rain in North Meridian. Thank you, Shantae. Appreciate that. Patrick Keller is up. Southeast area. We'll get to that in just a second. It is going to rain in Southeast. It's not there yet, but it is making its way across that area. Laura watching Highway 39 over by the Little Meridian Little Theater in that area. All right, let's look here at what we've got. Now, everything that is going on in Newton County, if you live in Newton County and you live south of I-20, you're good. The thunderstorm warning cuts across right there. Lazy Boy will come across at the Red Goat. All right, we got two issues that we need to jump to that is in Lauderdale County now. Actually, we've got three. And again, as we've always said, when we start seeing these swirls, we do start seeing power lines go out, damage. I'm hearing it out here. Now, if there's an interruption, we do have backup generator. I may have a blink. I bought something and didn't cover. I hadn't got it plugged up yet is what's going on. We could have a blink. I'll get that fixed this week. I've got the parts. I just hadn't stopped it when there's a power blink that takes something out. If there's a blink, we'll be back. All right, let's start here. This is going to be, let's move in. This is going to be Highway 495 of where we got these sheer winds. This is clocking at 58 miles an hour. This is going to be north of my location. Fellowship Baptist Church. If you live around Fellowship Baptist Church, y'all be ready. We got some strong, strong winds that are fast approaching Highway 495. Here sits the church. This is going to be, I believe this is where the Deeds place, if I'm saying that correctly, in that area. That wind is coming across there. Serious, y'all take cover in that northern end up here. Again, this is near Fellowship, just north of there, within a half a mile, sheer winds. Let's move back down. Freeman Tractor. If you live here on Highway 494, half a mile due west, and it is approaching there. Keith, you might want to get up at this point. 58 mile an hour sheer winds in that direction right there. Here sits Freeman Tractor. This is just right around the bend across the road. Has not made it to Highway 494 just yet. Now, we got more of these winds occurring. Here's one here that we need to look at. So we got three areas with a lot of sheer winds this evening. 58 mile an hour here. Now, right there sits Rock Hill Church. We're going to go due north of Rock Hill. Let's look at these roads here, what we've got. This is going to be Cicalina Road. Bogue Cicalina Road is where that one is. And that's Cicalina Meehan Road, making sure when you get all the rain on top of it is not as easy to read. Now, this is just north of this intersection here. And as you'll see right there, that's in the pine trees on that. Now, it is raining where I'm at so hard that you could barely see. I can hear it cutting up behind us here. This is Lauderdale County as we look at this. Let's turn off the locations where you can see a bird's eye view. This is going to be Center Hill area here. This is going to be Highway 494, and this is just south of there. Right there. So we've got a lot of activity, and it's fast approaching the downtown area as we look at this. This purple area that is moving out of Newton County and that's come across the Decatur area is wreaking havoc, and it is a lot of rain coming down. And this is what we had talked about, this second round earlier today that could come. Well, it has arrived. We had hoped that maybe this would kind of back off and not happen, but no such case with this, as this has arrived. It's bad. Bennett is telling us now we got hail on 494, quarter-size hail, Little Rock is what we're seeing there. Lightning, let's see here, shaking the walls. Warina, how are you doing? It is a lot there. 493 near Lauderdale Kemper line is getting it right now. A lot of rain there. Thank you, Brandy. Old Homestead Road, Russell getting some. Collinsville is getting ready to have some as we look here. Let's turn on locations where y'all can kind of see as we read the comments. North Meridian, Kevin watching from there. Thanks, Kevin. Hail on Highway 19. Wind was really bad in the Duffy area. Now, we're watching this area. This is what's moving across 19, these areas. All along here at Collinsville. Here sits Collinsville, and right on top of right now, the Duffy Volunteer Fire Department. The worst of the rain that is out there. Duffy. If you're living that area at Duffy, it's on top of you. And this is quickly moving to Lauderdale County out of Newton County across this area. This is going to be affecting, if you live in Chamberville, y'all be prepared, you're going to get this. Now, we've got right here, okay, we had a small blink there. I'm not sure what caused that issue. We'll check power outages in the area here in just a moment, but that is cleared up. Again, what we were talking about, right here sits Meehan Volunteer Fire Department. As I got my eye off of that, we're going to go due north of I-20. And again, what we're looking at here, and this little cell that's up here, and this is Cicalina Meehan Road. To the northeast of there, right there, here's Rock Hill Church. This is Cicalina Graham Road. To the west of there, now this is the rural route. This is going across some pine trees at this point, but we have at this point 81 mile an hour shear winds. This circle is a 1 mile wide path. It's making its way due east. This roads that will be on this will Cow Creek Road. I know y'all have heard me talk about that before. This is this direction right through here. Old Highway 80, y'all be prepared. Cicalina, if you live in this area, Cicalina Meehan Road, Graham Road, excuse me, there, near Cow Creek, y'all need to have heads up and get to your safe place. I know that this is not at this point a tornado warning. That makes no difference in cases like this. This is sheer winds that brings down a lot of power lines. And let's back up here. As you'll see here, we got a lot of activity going right there toward 494, and this is going to cross Highway 19. This will make its way toward northeast Lauderdale in the next little bit. On the south end of right there, Oktibbe, this is coming across the lake there. A bunch of hail as it makes its way, and it is definitely going to make its way towards Center Hill in this area as you'll look at this. I hate to even say that. Let's look at this as let's go back here in Newton County. I know that we got a lot of Newton County watching this morning as it the bigger view of what we've got. We've got to watch this. More storm systems make their way in from Scott County and Newton County. And most of this is going to go just due north of East Central there at Decatur, across Highway 15 in between there and Union. All of this area, Walnut Grove, y'all got a little storm up here, right there at the Dollar General. This is going to go past the prison. It will cross over Sebastopol and into Newton County here. We're starting to show, what is this? We had some hail there, is what that was reporting in Newton County earlier. Again, this right here is the worst we've got. Now, we've got a lot of hail at this point. Moving from Highway 494 across Highway 19. This will go directly across Highway 493, 495 toward northeast Lauderdale. And if you live at Dalewood, this is in the next 30 to 40 minutes will be at Dalewood. I have probably made a mistake of leaving a car sitting out, don't y'all think? I think I have. I broke one of my own rules there. Didn't get it in time. I may have an issue with this in a little bit. Now, I had someone mention Clarkdale area. Now, Clarkdale is not in this thunderstorm warned area. It's going to be due north of you, right at the line at Greg's Fireworks, there at the Dollar General. If you live down in this area, depends upon where you live in Clarkdale. I had a question about that. Cuts right across right there at the Dollar General and Greg's is where that line is in Clarkdale. It will cut across right at the Plant Sweat. This will take in the areas right there at Long Creek and go out to Why Not Motor Sports Park. Everything south of there to the Clark County line is not under a thunderstorm warning. It's going to lie just north of there. All right, let's look back at this. We're still clocking. This has dropped some. This area here, just due north of the Meehan Volunteer Fire Department, we have 58-mile-an-hour winds with that. Now, let's go back here. Let's look at what we've got going on. We're picking up shear winds now, 58 miles an hour. And this is going to be somewhere near, let's look at this. This is going to be Highway 493 as you're coming out of town. Let me get my bearings here of where we are, what we got here. All right, here's Last Chance Tobacco as you come up. This would be the old Bailey store right here. Button Gun Road is most likely going to be right there, if I am not mistaken. That's Button Gun Road. So just to the west of Button Gun Road, let's get our bearings here. Here's Windsor Road that cuts back across over to Pine Springs Road. This is lying really close to Bailey Acres. We got a lot of hail in there. This is where these winds are. It's a 1-mile path that's going to cross right through here in and around Button Gun Road and then make its way to Cook Road. John David, Miss Ann, all of you that live right in this area, y'all be prepared for this. This is going to come across here if you live in the Bailey Acres area. Pay close attention to the weather where you are. Now, this right here is Dogwood Lake Road. Bailey Grocery used to sit here. This is Dogwood Lake. This is Button Gun. This is where the wind is coming through these two roads here and will make its way toward Highway 39 and then over to 39 there at Northeast Lauderdale High School. Now, if this is your very first time of ever watching us with what goes on, in the past, anytime that we have these, it doesn't mean that these shear winds are on the ground, but every time that we get these that are radar indicated, they do take out power, they do damage in areas. It doesn't mean that it's on the ground ripping things up. It does mean that it's blowing over trees at least. We got 58-mile-an-hour winds with this. I'm hearing the hail here now. Hail has arrived. Not good news at all. Let's go up here. This is going to be right at NAS Meridian. This is Stennis Road here, so this is going to be Lazelia Road is what this is, that cuts just below John C. Stennis Drive. Right there, and let's go here. Take a look at this. Frederickson Road. If you live near there, we've got shear winds right at you. And again, this is the road going into the base here. Right up to the base there. It's real near the base, really close to that. Northeast Lauderdale High School, if you'll notice this, the storm that is on top of Highway 19 at this point is making your way across there. Now, right there This is going to be Red Baron Lane. This is the old Aiken airfield where the homes are. We got storms that are making its way right toward that direction. Now, we've got 2 wind events that are going on in Lauderdale, 3 actually at this point. Let's go down and take a look at this. This is coming, that is dropped below I-20 at this point, these shear winds here. This again, here's Meehan Volunteer Fire Department. Here's Highway 80. As we zoom in, and this is old Highway 80 West. Again, this is the junction of Sickling and Graham Road. As we've got this still 58-mile-an-hour shear winds moving across the county with this. Now, while we're sitting here talking, let me switch a screen and pull something up so we can look at power outages. What's going on with that? So don't rush off here. We do have some power outages. Let me go back and hit this button and get back across. We are roughly have 330 people without power right now. As we zoom in on this to give you a bird's eye view of what we got going on here. DeKalb, we got about 30 people without power, and then this is going to be down Highway 16 north of there, Kemper County. A lot of power outages there, and the most of these are in Kemper County right now. We do see that in the Meridian area, we've got about 63 now without power. Here's Meehan just north of there. This is where those winds were to begin with, that first round of that. Hadn't lost power anywhere else, thank goodness. As we continue to follow all this, let's go back to radar now. Put this back up. Now, if you live right here, I want you to be well aware of this. Goodwater Baptist Church, this one's just been making its way south here with these sheer winds. But if you live near Goodwater Baptist Church in Meehan, be prepared. You've got some heavy winds right around you this afternoon as well. And be well aware of what I want to show you here. This is our imaginary line of where the severe thunderstorm warning cuts off. Here's Clarkdale, and here's Stuckey's Bridge. Here's the line. Just below that, we do have sheer winds, and this just goes to show that when a line is put up, it can also drop below that, and that's what we're seeing there. Now, we got another sheer wind event that is happening right on top of I-20 right now. Here's Lost Gap. We have sheer winds cutting through here, and this is running at 70 miles an hour. Now, I want y'all to remember, this is a level 4 storm coming through. No power in Meehan, Bubba. Man alive. This is what's causing all of this. We've got 2 events going on here in the Meehan area. But this is another one of these serious storms. And again, this is Lost Gap, the prison. This is going to be just to the northwest of there. Tunnel Hill Cemetery, as we follow right along here. Again, if you put this on a scale of 1 to 10, of 10 being the worst, this is a 4-2 is what we've got. But sheer winds it is. Now here's the split. It's just to the west of there. Meridian Airport sits there. Let's back out and see what else we've got going on. A lot of rain approaching Highway 19. Now, this is going to be coming up from, if you live Highway 19 north, this area from Walmart all the way to Tyson Shop, right there. Tyson Pompey is, you won't quite make it. This is going to be Church Road is where that is. Coming across the reservoir, we got a lot of rain. As we get here, this is Highway 495. This is where 493 and 5 split right here. Comes across here in these areas, and then again, that's going to cut right through that area there. Now, we are showing that Highway 39 area, y'all expect some hail to come across here where the soccer complex is, northeast high school, that direction. If you live in Marion, you're going to have hail within the next 9 minutes. If you hadn't gotten any yet, Toom Subin, 22 minutes. I've heard hail here as it's moving across the area there. Lockhart, you're going to have some in about 4 minutes. And then this will make its way on into Lauderdale. Kemper County, things are calm in the northern end of this. Scuba, Baca Valley, those areas, not so bad right now. We do have heavy showers, everything below the line of Highway 16 in Neshoba County. We do, as we follow I-20 west out of Meridian back toward Newton area, heavy there at Hickory right now. Now, southeast is starting to feel this rain. All right, as we get our latest update there, let's dive into this because this moves across. We've got right here, this is sitting on top of Valley Road, 58-mile-an-hour shear winds that are making its way across there. So this tells us if you live out by the Evangel Temple, 22nd Avenue Heights area, Highway 145, any of this area around the Dollar General, Greg's, y'all be prepared. A lot of wind is coming your direction here in the next few moments. As we look right here, I don't know why old girl ain't wanting to work. I guess she's getting tired. It's a little early there. Goodwater Baptist Church. Right there, we do have shear winds there moving at 58 miles an hour. A lot of wind. This is a huge wind event. Now, as these are shear winds it picks up, don't forget sometimes within these storms, we can have major wind wrapped up in these storms as it comes across. As we just... that's a little bit behind. Let me update something. Something over here that I'm reading to my right doesn't look like it's updated in a while. Let me log back into this service where I'm getting some of our damage information from and make sure that I've got the absolute latest on that. This thunderstorm that we have moving through Lauderdale County, it puts it considerable, in big letters, considerable wind, 60 mile an hour, 2-inch size hail in some areas from KEMPER, LEAKE, Lauderdale, NESHOBA, Newton areas, Scott County. This is that thunderstorm here that began back over here in Scott County and come across. All of that. We got another storm that's going to be coming through the Decatur area that will cross directly across there. If you live at Good Hope, you'll have it in 12 minutes. Duffy in 20 minutes. Chamberville, y'all pay attention, 25 minutes it'll be there. And Cicalina within 30 minutes, right through the area there of where Freeman Tractor is on Highway 494. Right now, as they often say, somebody's opened up a can, and it is happening here in Lauderdale County now. Let's zoom in on all our areas here, what we've got. Again, this is the shear winds that we've been watching. This is Plant Sweat. This is coming into Meridian there on Valley Road, still clocking 58 mile an hour shear winds. It's going to be crossing there, Officers Lake, as we get near the Evangel Temple. Y'all be ready there. A hailstorm is getting ready to cross the Meridian Airport. This will cut right across where the tower is sitting. As you'll look at this, this will fan out southeast. Y'all will get this even out here where the Boy Scouts are. Southeast High School, Middle School, Charlie's. As you get right here where Lakeview Golf Course is, hail coming in that direction this morning. Be careful and pay close attention. We have another hail event that we're watching that is sitting up here in Marion right now. This come across. This will reach Tomb Suba within 12 minutes, reach Dove in 23 minutes, and Cuba, Alabama within 24 minutes. Headed all of that direction there. As you'll look there, it's going to be Rainbow Lakes. As we get out here to Tom Bailey Lake, you're going to be part of this. Now, heavy rains, and what we want to pay attention to if you're coming down Highway 19 and you were to get on Chandler Road, boy, that's rough. The Country Store. As we look at North Hill Street, where this runs into Highway 19, look at that area. And this is coming fast and going to be coming up on right there at Northcrest Baptist Church as it makes its way down North Hill Street toward the red light there. And again, as you come out there, this is Last Chance Tobacco. This is going to put us right past it. This is 61st Court in these areas here. This is Poplar Springs Drive that goes out. Right past that curve, by the time right there is what we call Dead Man's Curve up here, where the church sits. Lee's Bait and Tackle sits right there. Heavy rain coming across there at the moment. Everybody wide awake? Well, this is not what any of us wanted to be awakened to this morning. Let's see here. Checking messages to make sure I hadn't gotten anything else. see. I have a lot of radar messages. Chet texted me just a little bit ago there. Large hail, Tumsuba, over by David Fuller's. We got some of that earlier. Let's see. Back up here, rain. As it texts my phone, it says rain is approaching NESHOBA Central High School. Pretty heavy there. Michael Cassidy up this morning. Hey, brother, hope everything's good for you out there at Dalewood as y'all get some of this rain as well. All right, here we are. Let's look at our bigger view of what we've got going on this morning. Now, I hadn't talked about Dalewood a lot. Right there, that is making its way toward Dalewood. Y'all be ready. Y'all going to have this storm. Oh, we will have that probably within the next couple of minutes. Be prepared, a large storm making your way, and then we'll move in 14 minutes on the other side into Alabama and reach York within 23 minutes. Now, here's our newest situation as we look at this. I want to look at this right there at the split. We now have, and all of this right at I-20 or below I-20. Greg, y'all be ready there with this right here below the Evangel Temple is sitting right there at Greg's Fireworks is where we've got there. Clarkdale community where the Water Association is. We've got 58-mile-an-hour shear winds cutting directly across there. Y'all hold on to your hats. And again, this is going to be another one cutting across Valley Road here in the next few moments with 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. Let's go back up here at the split. We got another round of this. With this heavy rain here's the airport. All right, there's going to be the aviation department. This is the split. This is, and I've hunted in here before. This is the rural route right across here before it gets to that. Right along about right here is a high fence to keep the wildlife out from the airport. It's going to be coming up right at that, making its way on this northern end of where the airport is. We got shear winds fast approaching it, also moving at about 58 miles an hour. So if you're anywhere around I-20, you live in the city limits of Meridian on this northern end, around the airport, up here around Stuckey's where the stores are, there's a lot of homes right in there. Y'all be prepared, get to your safe place. Let's don't fool around with these things. This is times to be very serious. We've just got a report, 22nd Avenue, which is right Roebuck Drive, right along in there. A lot of hail there as it goes up to the hill to go to the towers, the Evangel Temple. Right along in there is what we got, Lakemont area, getting beat up pretty bad there. Here we are. Let's back out and look at this. Downtown Meridian, again from Lost Gap, following I-20. Don't travel this if you don't have to. As we follow 22nd Avenue, look at this, and 23rd up toward Meridian High School, all the way to the red light there on Poplar Springs Drive as it reaches North Hill Street. All right, this is going to be where 29th runs into North Hill Street. Right there is where you're not going to be able to see your hand. This cuts across, follows Highway North Hill Street all the way past Marion. This is going to pass Lockheed. So where you'll jump on the Highway 45 bypass in these areas there. As we look at this, Highway 39 up by Barham Funeral Home, Northeast Lauderdale High School. This is where Briarwood Road, all of this golf course area now under a lot of rain. Again, as you follow this past Northeast High School, this is going to be Lazelia Road here. This is going to be Cotton Gin Road here, this area here at Cotton Gin. Here's Red Baron Lane where the homes sit on the old airport there. We got bukus of rain there. And then as you follow Highway 45, this area, right there is going to be, as you go in toward Dalewood there, Minnlebucket Road. All of that rain there, Sugar Bears, a lot of rain there. We're still heavy out at the air base. But boy, oh boy, Lauderdale catching and all across Dalewood at this point. When we got the eye of the storm that has already passed over the south end of Dalewood, making its way toward Bama. There's Cuba. This is going to be making its way toward York, Alabama. Y'all be prepared out of Mississippi. It is coming your way. Now let's go back and look at some of these shear winds that we're still following. And again, out here by the Evangel Temple, this has been Let me make sure that I've got the absolute latest. Let's do a hard reboot here. Oh, I don't want to take a chance with any data that hadn't updated with the latest that we get here. As we turn back on our locations, I was checking myself here with this. This here on Valley Road, y'all pay attention if you live Clarkdale community. As we talked about before, Clarkdale, down by the Superette and where the drugstore is, not under a thunderstorm warning, but we have winds that have made it out of this that are going to cut across in between there and the Dollar General. I don't want y'all to be caught off guard on this. It's not raining hard there up by the school at all. Here sits the school. Here's Mathis Peaches into Clark County. Back over here, let's look at this closely. This is going to be Valley Road. This is Plant Sweat. This is how it goes all up. Right coming, I believe this is T.M. Jones Road. It is. These winds are coming up on T.M. Jones Road. That's 58 miles an hour. And it's going to cut across T.M. Jones Road and run back into Highway 45. Right there, y'all know that little area. That's, I think somebody actually has an apartment in that. That's that old gas station that sits there on the hill as you come up. Right there by T.M. Jones Road. This is going to directly across that area there. Now look at that, just how defined this storm is as it leaves out of Newton County. Anything Lawrence, you're out of the rain now. All of the area there from Walmart back west is a break. Now, from Walmart east past the Veterans all the way into the Meridian area, heavy showers. Decatur heavy. Now, we hadn't talked about Neshoba County in a moment. Let's jump back up here. There's a lot of you watching from there as well. From Union, Mississippi, we follow Highway 15, and you go right up through here, and you pass over to where Neshoba Baptist is. When you get to where Linwood Baptist Church is, right there, that's where the rain kind of quits. As we follow out of Lauderdale County and we get into this southern portion of Newton County, this is Highway 491. If you live on 491, rain is coming. Right here, we can't leave Talbert Enterprises out. Look at the rain. But it will be just shy half a mile of where the Tucker School is. The rain backs off from Tucker all the way in to downtown Philadelphia. And we are showing a little bit there at Ford's, the Dollar General there, as it goes up toward Bogachita, this side of here, as we come into Kemper County and we move across. And this, again, following directly on Highway 16. Now, we could get a little bit of rain here as we look at this area. Linville, you could get a little bit. It won't be as hard. It's going to follow 16 toward DeKalb and fall shy of reaching it to Scuba. And Porterville is our line. But by far, if you live, you're watching any of this right now, downtown Meridian is where the action is. It is dumping rain, hail, and everything else that it can sling on this city at this point. Let's look at our areas that are concerned. We start at the Meridian Airport. We go due east, Evangel Temple, all of that area that I was talking about a moment ago, 22nd Avenue. This is going up to right at Anderson's Hospital. Follow SMI Automotive, the Children's Museum. This gets to where we're talking Roebuck Drive right here. That's where that rain is. And this is going up toward the Evangel Temple. This is Tower Hill. You've seen all of that. This is Lakemont, Walmart. And this comes across as we look at this. Now, here's the hospitals, the heavy rain. It's still pouring there now, but the worst of this is going to be on this 5 Points, where that is, right down from the hospitals, where Acme Plaza used to be. Wow. We get out here to Bonita. Here sits Sam's on top of the hill. Look at that, the rain that is coming down. This is Bonita Lakes Mall. All of this out Highway 19 as we follow this out here at Bonita Lakes. This is the Ag Center. All of that heavy rain moving eastward. We got hail mixed in with that. And this is going all the way out to Russell. Look at this. As we cross 59, here's Rainbow Lakes. That's the end of it right there at Rainbow. We come back over here to Russell Christian Academy and cross I-2059 back toward Meridian there. And again, as we show that Lakeview getting this heavy rain. Now, I am picking up areas that is going to show that there's going to be a lot of hail headed still in this direction of the Evangel Temple. Southeast, here sits the school, here sits Charlie's. We've got hail that is moving here and is going to be making its way toward Cuba, Alabama, if you're watching us tonight from those areas. Let me see what the National Weather Service told us. Now, we've got 7 minutes remaining on this. And although this may expire in 7 minutes, it's still going to be rocking and rolling for quite some time. But as we can see, this is moving east. Let's do this. Let's look at our big picture here of severe weather, of what the hail has been doing. Here's our hail path. Look at that. Now, Decatur, as y'all can see, y'all had it a little bit worse as it came across here than everyone else. It's not to say it wasn't bad over here, but this area here got the worst. Starting there where 503, these areas right there, all the way to Union, Mississippi. As we get out, we had a lot right there, Highway 494. Areas over here at Dalewood, right there on Highway 45. Look at there. Honorable mentions as we look at this northern portion here. Look at the county, all this pink. But it gets darker. Look at that over downtown Meridian where it dumped a lot of hail. And that's it right there. That's the leading edge of this hail as we look at this big picture here as a bird's eye view. If you're looking down at Meridian from the air, this is what we're seeing here. The hail is here. This is what it's dumped. This is what it's doing now. And again, Cuba, Alabama is headed in your direction. It has just crossed over the southeast high school area, moving east toward Bama. Y'all be, I can't talk, can I? Be prepared. York, Alabama, Cuba, Alabama, you're going to get this. And it will fall shy of reaching Livingston at this point. It's Mother Nature. You never can tell. Let's turn our hail off and let's look at our damaging wind that we've had. Here's our wind path. Look at that dark green blob. And even though here in Clark County, y'all hadn't been getting rain, look at the wind that has come with this. We've got 5 minutes remaining on this, and we'll just have to see what the national, I'm not even going to guess on this of what the National Weather Service is viewing right now. They may extend this. You never know. We'll see here. All right, let's turn off our damaging wind. Go back to radar. We do have some showers. This is Cooper's Chapel. Here's the landfill in Clark County. Manassas, y'all are going to get a little shower there also, but nothing major in Clark County. Now, we've had several people ask earlier about what's going on in the Clarkdale community. We're getting rain there now. Let me turn well, I can see this. Had an issue there. Let me fix something real quick. Go back here and hit a button. For some reason, it shut down. You open that back up. For whatever reason, it cut down my comments where you were talking, went away. We've got that back up now, thank heavens. All right, as we're looking at this, 4 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning that should end here. Let's do this. It's not going to hurt us to go back over here and pull up another radar. I showed this last night that shows us our winds of what's coming through and the gust in the area. Let's go over here and grab the wind gust of what we're seeing at this point. Let's look at in the DeKalb area, clocking along at 14 miles an hour. Philadelphia, you've got 15 mile an hour gust. This is different than what we had. Even here in Meridian, and again, this is wind gust. Not too bad there. We had some serious ones last night as it came across, so thank goodness that's not any worse than that is. Let's go back and check our power outages now from EMEPA. Let's refresh this and see if we've got anything new added to this. We're looking at roughly 300 people without power at this point. Let's go into this area here. Chunky, about 63 without power. We are showing 26 out in this area here around 0. South of Meridian, still a bunch. Kemper County, Portable area without power at this point. 3 folks in the Scuba area, and they are trying to get this back up as quick as they can in the areas. Let's see what the old radar texted me just then. Lightning within 10 miles of East Central Community College there in Newton County. So we got a lot of lightning over there. All right, we got an update. They have moved this severe thunderstorm warning east here, and they've taken actually 2 is what we've got. This is going to be until 12:45. Is what they've done is one will end. They've put eastern Lauderdale County. Why not? Y'all wake up. This is the new thunderstorm warning, and it's not for a long period of time. As you'll look at this, 12:45 is what we've got. We've got the thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. But as I mentioned here, why not? We got some shear winds moving fast here. This is going to be, let's just get in here and show you where it is, of where we're sitting here. This is Old Highway 19 Southeast, where Ponds Road is. We've got some shear winds right there, and this is just to the west of Bethany Baptist Church. A lot of wind with this, 58 miles an hour cutting across Highway 19. Again, why not? Pay attention. Get to your safe place in these areas right there. Now, we've got hail that is headed toward Camp Bonacci. As we see this area right there, there's going to be at Camp Bonacci here in a few moments. Alamooch, you'll have this in 11 minutes, and then on into Standard area within a half hour, making its way into Alabama there. As we look at that there, we rate these storms 4-3. All right, Clark County also involved in this severe thunderstorm warning for this 15-minute period. Let's back out here as we look at the south end of this, as it does dip down now. We've had a lot of questions about Clarkdale. It's going to be east of Clarkdale, but it is taking in this northeast corner here. Snell, Energy, y'all are under this now. Dips down and goes right up here to Dalewood. Dalewood, y'all are involved in this little extra 15 minutes that's going to take place. We have roughly 60 seconds remaining on the west side of the thunderstorm warning as it's come across downtown Meridian, moving toward eastern Lauderdale County, and we welcome our friends in Alabama. Y'all now have a severe thunderstorm warning also. That's going to be until 1:30 a.m. as we look at this, as it cuts across. I don't want to leave you out. And this is all this area around Livingston, York, Alabama. Actually, it cuts across at York, Lisbon, Alabama. You're going to have this until 1 a.m. Here's Pennington, Alabama, and that you follow those lines there. All right, as we look deeper at this, look at why not. We're getting more and more winds. We got 2 areas of wind. This keeps up, I'm going to have to go get another cup of coffee out of this. All right, let's zoom in. Let's look at our roads of where this actually is in Lauderdale County. This is going to be to the east of, here sits the racetrack. This is going to be right here, Antioch Cemetery. This is where Shannon Road runs into Highway 19 is where this is, and this is fast approaching right here. This is going to be a rural road here. This is kind of like more or less a driveway, a dead end is where that is. But Shannon Road is where we'll have to put this on Highway 19. 1 mile wide, fast approaching there. And again, here's the county line, the state line right there. Wallace Road is just to the northeast of Wallace Road, where that runs into Highway 19. We have shear winds happening there. And still, this has been cutting up right there. Still 58 mile an hour shear winds here to the northwest of where the racetrack is, as we looked at this a moment ago. Nothing new on that. Now, as we back out, we do show that they have dropped all of this area. If you live in western Lauderdale County, let's turn off this where you can see it a little bit better. If you live in western Lauderdale County, they have dropped the severe thunderstorm warning. As we come across this, doesn't mean the rain hadn't quit. Look at Decatur. That is out of a severe thunderstorm warning, but we still got this storm that's coming across Duffy. You're going to have a pretty good little thunder boomer there at 12:43. Again, this runs until 12:45. Martin, you're going to get the storm in 21 minutes as it makes its way out of Newton County, Decatur. It's raining cats and dogs there. Causeyville, power is out. It's hard to switch gears. I got to be up in another 2 hours to be back in here to get everything rolling for the morning. So we'll get a little nap in between. We've got, wait a minute, as we get this, as we look at the state line. This is right across the Alabama line. I want y'all to see this. If if you live on the edge of Alabama. This is going to be Concord Cemetery, Pleasant Hill, Concord Road. There we got some more winds that are making its way. And 58 has been the number that these shear winds have liked as it comes out of Lauderdale County tonight. We did have one bout with one that went up to 80 at one point, but averaging about right at 60 miles an hour is what we did, and it stayed true to what the National Weather Service had told us a little bit ago. They're telling us now, as I look back over here, considerable wind. As we look at the latest here for Clark and Lauderdale, we've had 2.5-inch size hail in some areas. Radar indicated, I hadn't gotten actual pictures of this, but we have gotten word of that. All right, here's what we got. Southern Lauderdale County. Here, let's turn this back on where y'all can see. Here's why not both of these are east of there. Now, this is a new one there that comes in with serious wind. We were jumping at 81 miles an hour. Again, right here's Clark County. This is the line of Clark County, Lauderdale County. Right here, I'm giving you notations where this is. This is the ball field at Causeyville. This is Why Not Motorsports Park. Let's zoom in on this and look at these roads where this is. Center Grove Road, where it joins Shannon Road. McRae Place. This is where these winds are coming across, and if you live there, take cautious now. Take care. Get to your little safe place wherever that is. With this, and what I mean by all this, this can uproot trees. It can break lines. It can push down things on top of your home. We don't want you in a bed where a tree overhangs your bed at this point. We want you to be as safe as you can. These other two that here are now off into Alabama, bring with them, they're still staying the same as we look at that into the edge of Alabama. This is going to be Alabama 10 as it crosses 19, turns to 10. And this is going to be County Road 32 if you're heading in that direction toward Cromwell. Now, we had a little brief wind that popped up here in there you go, Clark County. That's showing about 70 miles an hour as we look at this. And let's get our closest roads to that. That's Mount Zion Cemetery, County Road 245, County Road 425. Now, this is on the rural route here. This is pine trees that this is coming across, and we'll reach County Road 462. That's right there at the state line. Again, this is northeastern Clark County, and this is part of this severe thunderstorm warning for another 10 minutes is what we've got on this. All serious stuff, isn't it? Now, as we come back out here in southern Lauderdale County, let's look at our big pitch here. That is whizzing this eastern side of Lauderdale County, southeast Boy Scouts. It is bad right now in Lauderdale County. Look at the lightning we're getting. Now, right here where the Dollar General is, we'll put this a half a mile behind this. Greg's here, Mount Horeb Road is where this storm is. It's making its way toward southeast. It's going to head directly toward Camp Bonacci. It'll reach Pleasant Hill within 3 minutes, Zero within 3 minutes. You're going to get wet in Zero. With this being as you look at the big picture of this, so a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 4 is what this storm is. It's sitting here, right there at the ball field at Long Creek. It's going to come across there as well. Still showing some very moderate rain in downtown Meridian, as we show even out there at Plant Sweat. We got a lot of showers. Dunn's Fall, if you live in that area, southern Lauderdale County, we got a storm that is coming up on that. Bassett, it will be there in 7 minutes. Savoy, you'll have it in 9 minutes. All of this moving to the northeast across here. We still got a lot of rain. 22nd Avenue out 145 to the Evangel Temple. A lot of rain still here, but the further east, as you can see this, the worse it gets toward the east side, and all of this wind. Right there, Highway 19 is where all of this is. Rodney, if you're up, Rodney's probably asleep, but I'm going to tell you what, if you live in Why Not, it's rough right now. Y'all know what I'm seeing, you're feeling it. Hailing in Causeyville, Alan tells us there. Collinsville, Anna. I I wouldn't as you'll look here, you're sitting here at Collinsville, you got another storm that is headed directly toward you. Now, is this under a warning? No. Is there a storm still coming? It absolutely is. Collinsville, this will be at your front doorstep within 13 minutes. So just heads up, be careful there. Charlie, how are you doing? Rough in Causeyville, as Charlie points out there. Now, with all of this, we could have accidents of some sort. Hopefully nobody is on the road this early morning hours as we look at this. Things have been quiet. Making sure I got everything where I needed it. Let's see. Daniel says held earlier in the 0 area. Rain at this point, easing up on 145. Greg, that's good to know. You've had some serious right there. That's where Greg's talking about there, is that storm moves right there just east of there where it was. It's just to the east of that now. All moving to that area there, giving it a little bit of a break. Union getting heavier again. I was looking at our comments. Decatur lightning a bunch there. Patricia, how are you? Glad to see you there. Pass through the Center Hill area. Don't hear anything now. A little bit of thunder. I heard that also. Sonny says it does give you anxiety. Storms have a habit of doing that. Bad lightning and heavy rain in the Enterprise area we're getting there in the Clarkdale, northern Clark County. Let's show a bigger picture now of what we've got. Neshoba County, I see storms in your future. Let's turn this and look at the big picture of what we've got here. This gives you a bird's eye view of, somebody mentioned Lauderdale, Mississippi, what's going on there. Nothing at the moment, but western Lauderdale County coming out of Decatur, you've got another storm that will be headed directly toward the Lauderdale area. Now, there won't be a thunderstorm warning by the time it gets there, but it's still going to be a strong storm. As we get into Neshoba County, several storms there just north of Union. We've got one on the west side that's going to cut across the Neshoba County Fairgrounds. It's not enough to fire off a severe thunderstorm warning. Not at this point. It could back build. We'll watch that. Now, we get over here near Yazoo. We got some storms in that area. Carthage, y'all still have thunderstorm activity, and this will go, if it stays true, it'll go just north of 16 on this one. Now, we show that in between DeKalb and Scuba, making it just shy. This is going to be out near the dummy line is where this is going to cut off in Kemper County in between DeKalb as you come off Sickanotchee Hill and you get over here. The dummy line there's about where that rain stops there, Ken's house, right along in there. We'll take this rain from Warehouser there where the pole mill is all the way down to Lauderdale at the county line on top of that hill. That's where that rain is, and of course, that little hunting club sits right there. As we get back into Lauderdale County, let's look at this of what we've got. We have roughly 4 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning that's got all of this area cutting up. Now, we got a storm that will move across this northern portion, Center Hill. You've got another bout of rain coming. It'll be there within 10 minutes. Also, Bailey, you'll get it in 12 minutes, and Obadiah within 12 minutes, and then on into Daleville, it'll make its way there in about 18 minutes as we look at that. Now, we've got just a few moments remaining on this, and they are doing an upgrade. There's no doubt with that. Let me do a refresh and see if it'll grab that. I had this happened the other night. They done some form of maintenance and it glitched like that and took those color pictures away. Here we are. It's back. It wanted to act ugly for a second there as we see this. Now, north of Enterprise, and let's turn this on. This is going to be going right through the Clarkdale area as we see this. Here's Clarkdale High School. All of these subdivisions here. Y'all expect another round of storms to roll through there within the next 4 minutes as it comes across here. That's where it's headed there. Sable, you'll have it in 11 minutes, depending on where you are in this area. Cliff Williams Increase, you'll have it in half an hour, and that's way on this side of it. And that will end up there at Causeyville before it's all said and done. Still heavy rain that we've got on Highway 19 south. right out by the racetrack, still raining heavy there if you live anywhere around the Wyandotte community. This line still, it cuts off of where the severe thunderstorm warning is, and again, it's just 3 minutes remaining on it. But from the Girl Scouts all the way there at the Dollar General to the state line, and we still have heavy rain right at the state line on this. They will most likely let this run out, but the thunderstorm activity is still out there. It will calm down. The intensity is what this is telling us, is these storms, although it's going to be a lot of rain, is not going to have what this does. These are the eyes of these storms as it cuts across Lauderdale County. Lauderdale, I know that's been mentioned a few times there. Melvin, it eased up, he said, in Lauderdale, but I want you to pay attention to this. It just depends. This is going to be 30 minutes before it reaches you. So we're going to be after 1. You will have some heavy rain move back through that area of Lauderdale. Decatur, how's it looking? Look at there. Y'all look great at this point. It's east of you and northwest of you. Let's turn this and put this into motion to where everybody can see what these storms are doing. As you'll see how it moves there, moving off to the southeast is how that's moving. Gives you a general idea. We have roughly a minute and a half remaining on this thunderstorm warning that we've got on the Mississippi side. As you'll see, all of this rain starting to lighten up. Now, that's still got a little punch right there, right off 494, that purple area. That's pretty strong storms in that. But as you'll look at the rest of this, it's not going to carry through. It's going to buckle down. As we see here right at the state line, the worst of this now has moved out of Lauderdale County, and it's right there on these county roads. Let's turn this on here where everybody can see here. Right at the state line. Look at the Clark-Lauderdale line there. Now, it sits right here. That's going to be Snell at the Volunteer Fire Department on 514. Right there at 19, that area there, right on the county line road. Let's look at a road here. Let's get a name. Make sure I'm doing this. This is County Road 514 in Clark County, which will be Shannon Road in Lauderdale County. Same road. That area there has got some showers. And this isn't but maybe a mile or so into Lauderdale County into there. Now, as we get the all clear from the National Weather Service in Lauderdale County, it has expired in Lauderdale County. Let's look at this. Let's turn off radar just a moment and look at the storm tracks and what we've got. Let's turn this off a second. These are our warned areas right here. This is going to be on the Bama side. Lisbon, Alabama, Cuba, York. Doesn't make it to Livingston. Right up to Myrtlewood, these areas. But that small area north of Butler, Alabama, you're under severe thunderstorm warning. Let me do this. Now, I want to say it's going to be until about 1:30. 1 a.m. Lisbon, Alabama area, and then we get up here around York and Cuba. This will cover until 1:30. This is that worst. There's a little bit worse area right there with the heavier rain. As we have that right there, some shear winds picking up there, but it is calming down. Now, the big picture of what you're seeing, this is going to go this pink area until 2 a.m. this morning, which means it can come back. It looks as though it's calming down and it is passing. We've got an hour and 14 minutes remaining on this till this goes away. But what is behind all of this as we watch this, you'll see this is Yazoo, Benetobia, these areas here that could affect Carthage, could come across Philadelphia later. We don't want any surprises on that. We still got several storms that are in Neshoba County. And I'm going to turn the radar back on where you can see the depth of this. We got some hail that's going to be headed toward Carthage. It's going to take it, that's 30 minutes west of Carthage. So you've got a good hour. And hopefully, after this comes out of this just kind of fades away. Let's turn the radar back on. Now, all across Lauderdale County, as you see, there's still rain. Lisbon, Alabama, you got some shear winds that have popped up there around 58 miles an hour. Right at the county line, right there at the Bama line is the worst of what we've got. Now, this little storm here, as we come up here, let's look at this. And again, all warnings are out. They have died out. Southeast for now, the clear. Just there's no warnings of any kind. But Crystal, as you're watching there from the southeast area, right there's the high school. There's Camp Bonacci. There's Wyandotte. There's the Girl Scouts. It's still a lot of rain, a lot of lightning in the area, but no warnings for you there, Crystal. Plenty of coffee. Daniel, I'm going to have several cups this morning. Odie's going to have to do a little bit more talking than me. He's going to have to do a little bit more today, pull his weight today. Chamberville, these areas there, rain's not over for y'all yet. We've got a break at Lauderdale right now. I know I had several questions about Lauderdale, but as you can see here to the west, here's Lauderdale, no rain going on at Dalewood. But back here, it's coming your way again. Is Mother Nature, could another one be fired off? Sure it could. Let's hope it doesn't. Neshoba County Fairgrounds is raining so hard you can't see the porch across the way. I'm not sure if they've opened it up. It ought to be getting close to where you can go on in to Neshoba County Fairgrounds. We're not far off from the fair. I'm sure everybody's doing some repairs. We got a storm that is sitting right on top of house. This is can't miss it. You're going to be up here hanging out at Talbert Enterprises on that little curvy road back over to 491. You got a storm on your hands there. We have another storm that is right here around Union. Here's Decatur. No rain at this point. Or let me word it. I'm wrong on that. No rain to speak of. It is light shower activity. It's north of you on this Highway 15. This is going to be here at Little Rock. Another storm crossing the northern end. This will go right at Battlefield into the Lauderdale County area. Now, we got any folks still up that are watching from Collinsville? This is right on top of Collinsville, just shy of reaching the four-way stop. Here's Church Road here. That's where we're at. This is the lake here. On the south end of the lake, we've got another storm coming across. Let's look at this. Again, right there is Church Road is where that is. That's going to be, what's it called now, break time? That throws me off every time I see that name. That store is going to be sitting about right there. Here's the Pig. Here's West Lauderdale Road. But all on this area here at Church Road is dumping rain. Cedar Grove Cemetery, that area. Pleasant Ridge Baptist Church. And again, that's going to be right there on Okeechobee Dam Road. We got a lot of rain there. Again, this is not a warning at this point, but it's coming across. This will reach Center Hill within 8 minutes. We'll be at Bailey in 11 minutes, Obadiah within 11 minutes, and Tompton on across, and Lockhart over on 45 within 23 minutes. There's the big pictures. We back out to let you see what this storm is doing that is sitting over Collinsville right now. Here's Northeast High School. This will make its way toward Lauderdale. Well, it's got some showers moving in. They're not bad moving in up on the air base there at the airfields. But right now, we got a lot of rain in Collinsville at the moment. Here's West Lauderdale High School. Here's the elementary, Jimmy Smith Road, kind of light there at Chet's as well. Still storming back over in Union. Downtown Meridian, it's moderate rain. As we come across Tumsuba, we got moderate rain. It's breaking up. And again, they're not going to, anything that I see, this is the biggest concern that we've got right now. Union, this area right along the line from Philadelphia. It's not in Philadelphia, but Neshoba County Fairgrounds, Highway 15 area, this northern end of Newton, south end of Neshoba County. We've got more showers that will affect this coming out of these areas here into southern Kemper County. Linda Jane, I know you're out there. You probably still got a little bit of rain there. Baca Valley getting more rain just south of Scuba. Wahalik, y'all are all clear. Sugarlock area as well. These are our severe thunderstorm warnings that we have in the edge of Alabama until 1 a.m. Pushmataha, Alabama. The further east, Butler, right across where the courthouse is, north of the Butler courthouse, is going to be under a severe thunderstorm warning, and they'll carry that until 1:15. Now, again, this is Mobile firing these off. Jackson has been, they've been giving them longer periods of time when they fire them off. Sheer winds over there. Cromwell, y'all got a lot of storms as well as we look at this. And I'm just making sure before we end the broadcast, I don't want to cut shy. I'm just making absolutely sure everything's kind of making its way. Highway 39 out of Neshoba County, you got another storm that's going to come across. It won't make it quite to DeKalb, and this will move right through the Porterville area. Lisbon, Alabama, y'all get the award for the worst at this point, and this is what moved through Lauderdale County earlier. 70-mile-an-hour shear winds, that's Lisbon, Alabama. Two of those systems there running at 70. Storms that will move across, and that will make its way toward Linden, Providence areas there, Myrtlewood, Pennington, Alabama. Y'all are going to get these storms as well. Now, this doesn't look like this will extend past the 130 mark over here. Should it, we'll come back and join you and be live with you to let you know exactly what's going on with all of that. So that's where we are this morning as we watch this. I do want to thank each and every one of you joining us this morning as we watch storms that move through our area. We don't like them any more than you do, but we'll always be here behind it to give you what the skinny is on it, so to speak. I'll be back in I'll be up in 2 hours and back over here getting everything ready to fire off at 6:30. Won't you join us? I know it's going to make a little bit of us sleepy in the morning and yawn a little bit, but we'll make it through together. Beverly, how are you? Glad to see you there. Laura, y'all be careful, get a little rest, and got to face that morning light. One last thing is we'll look at the outages. There's a few of you sitting in the dark, and I wanted to make sure I had the latest on that. Let's pull that up there. We have 365 without power right now. Most of this, we got 80 people in Lauderdale County. In this area here, Chunky, about 63 people. And then when you get into the Porterville area and DeKalb area, Moscow is where the majority of this is. Again, this is this area here will be shot out of the DeKalb area. This will come out of the Meridian office area to go get this power restored, and they will work on that as quickly as they can as soon as this stuff comes out. Went right through that area there. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, and God bless. Rest a little bit. We'll be back very soon to get this all taken care of here in the morning. God bless. We'll see you soon.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: